Hey guys, how's it going? This is Williamson here with WA Films. Welcome back to another video, and this time is gonna be wedding related. A lot of people has been asking me, how do I get the dark and moody look in my films? So some people has been, asking me, and I have got a few emails as well asking me how do I get this look. So I'm just gonna show you guys real quick how you can actually get this look as well. This is something that I have been doing for pretty much all my weddings. I try to always go with this look. This is kind of like the way I like to shoot when it comes to bride and grooms getting ready. I'm gonna show you what is it that I do when I'm shooting the groom specifically, and how you can get that dark and moody look in your films as well. So with that being said, I'm just gonna show you guys a few content from the BTS that I've recorded from this wedding. This was supposed to be a full behind the scenes, but for some reason, somebody messed up the behind the scenes, and I was not able to actually record the entire wedding, so I ended up just with a few shots from the behind the scene, which is what I'm gonna be showing you guys today. So real quick, let me show you. I just put a few clips together from the getting ready just to create like a sequence. So let me show you real quick this a small sequence so you guys can take a look at the final result.
When I first met you, I realized that this would be the beginning of something really beautiful. And I was right. You radiate humility and kindness, and I love how passionate you are about life. You've touched my soul and have brought out the best in me. With you by my side, my heart feels not only happy, but also content. Perhaps this is the very feeling you get when you find the one.
This audio is not part of the actual wedding. This is not the bride. This is just for the video purposes, and this is just as an example for you. I just wanted to create like a composition including audio and music just to make it look more interesting. So just so you know that this is not the bride. So first off, this is the location that I was shooting at for this wedding. As you guys can see, this is the space that I was using to shoot the groom. Sometimes you are lucky and you have a nice space like this, because to be honest with you, this is the type of space that I love to shoot. And when it comes to bride and groom, because when you're shooting like in a really tight situation, like a really tight small room, you kind of don't have so many options, because you gotta go with just one lens, and you gotta do what you have to do. Sometimes you have no space to move around, but in this case, and actually most of the cases, if I know for a fact that I'm gonna have a really tiny small room, I'm always gonna talk to the couple and I'm gonna try to find a different spot, whether it's gonna be the meeting room, it's gonna be, I don't know, any other room available. I'm gonna always go for that spot, because it's gonna always allow me to be more creative. So in this situation, the bridal suite was really small, so there was nothing to work with, to be honest with you. So then I decided to just come to the actual ballroom where the reception was gonna be at, and we decided to shoot at the ballroom. So the first thing that I'm always gonna do when I have a location like this is that I'm gonna shut all the lights, just to be able to control my own lighting. This is, as you guys can see here, and this is the window that I'm using. Depending on the location, you might have to use direct lighting. It's gonna be like a really harsh lighting. I always try to avoid that as much as I can, but depending on what time of the day you're shooting, you have no options. So in that case, you kind of have to work with what you have, which is fine. But most of the cases, I'm always gonna look for a lighting like this. This lighting here was kind of like perfect because it was not direct sun lighting, but it was and it was actually really soft, so it was really nice. And that's the type of lighting that I'm always gonna go for when it comes to the grooms and to the bride. So when you are at a wedding, everything is about decisions. Everything comes down to smart decisions throughout the day. So you just gotta look and and test it out first beforehand. Try to test the lighting with somebody else, with the assistant, with the shooter, with somebody else before you placing the bride, because you gotta make sure that the actual lighting is gonna work for what you're looking for. Okay guys, as you guys can see, this is the window that I'm gonna be using. We had lighting coming in from this door, and also we had this beautiful lighting coming in from the window. As you guys can see, I'm placing the groom really close to the window. I want the lighting to be right on his face, so you want to have the window open, but at the same time you want to control the amount of lighting that is coming in. So as you guys can see here, this amount of lighting that is coming in from the window is kind of like perfect, for what I'm looking for. This is working perfectly fine. And most of the time I'm gonna have the groom kind of like 45 degrees towards the light, as you guys can see here. For some of the shots, I want the body to be facing the shadow, but his face is gonna be facing the light. Sometimes I do that just to create a more dramatic look. Depending I do this more with the bride, when you're gonna show like that really dramatic lighting just on her face, you're gonna do that. You're gonna face the body towards the shadow and have the face towards the light. That's gonna create a really dramatic and moody look in your film. Now in this case, as you guys can see, I have the groom most of the time facing the lighting, because that's what I want. I want the lighting to be hitting his face, and I want the groom to be always facing out the window. He's gonna be always looking out the window just to make it look more natural as he is getting dressed. So like I said before, sometimes you don't even use so many shots. Now the other thing, you guys can see, I'm shooting on the monopod and I'm shooting with a 70-200. That's how big the area I was shooting at it was, so like I say, if I have a good space, I'm always gonna go with a 70-200. It has a image stabilization. You're gonna get a smooth shot, and I'm always gonna go for compression. Now here I'm switching to the 50mm 1.2. Pretty much every time that I'm using this 50, I'm shooting at 2.0. Everything comes down to lighting and composition. So if you have beautiful good lighting and if you have a good frame, then you should be fine. Like I said, this is how I typically do. You guys can see I'm always shooting from this side, so I can have the frame that I'm looking for. It's always good to have different shots. You can shoot the groom, you can create like a silhouette, you can have like a wide shot from the back. Don't just shoot the groom from one side. Try to move around and try to find different options that you might want, that might be useful for you. And that's it, guys. It was just a quick video just to show you guys this breakdown. Like I said before, this is something that anybody can get. The reason that I made this video was because many of you guys were asking me about this look specifically, and this is how I got it, and this is how I do. Hopefully, when weddings come back to normal, I'm gonna start doing more behind the scenes for you guys. I'm gonna start showing you guys more content from some of the weddings that we're gonna be shooting this year. So just stay tuned for that. I wish I can make more content wedding related, but this is how it is right now. We don't have the opportunity to shoot so many weddings because obviously the season has not started yet. So as soon as we start with the weddings, I'm gonna try to show you guys more content as far as weddings. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and see you guys in the next video.
As if somehow you've always been part of my life. I love how everything flows so organically when we spend time with each other, and the hours just seem to fly by. When I first met you, I realized that this would be the beginning of something really beautiful. And I was right. You radiate humility and kindness, and I love how passionate you are about life. You've touched my soul and have brought out the best in me. With you by my side, my heart feels not only happy, but also content. Perhaps this is the very feeling you get when you find the one.